Hello everyone, it's me, Jolie. There's no one here, it's just me. Because apparently I didn't have the frickin' music muted from Kingdom Hearts 1. So it was playing in the background and parts of my video are now copyright because I thought it was muted because I turned it off on my end. Like I pull up Sound Mixer and I turn it off, but apparently that doesn't work. So I'm just gonna redo both the Monstro and the Atlantica section because those were both messed up. And I really felt like I did them well, which pissed me off because my recap for like the Monstro world was so good. Like it was so good. Like rolled off the tongue. So like we're gonna try to recapture that. Probably not going to, but I'm going to try. Sora, our main character, used to live on Destiny Islands with his two best friends, Kairi and Riku. However, Destiny Islands, boom, destroyed, gone forever. And Sora finds himself in Traverse Town, where he meets Donald and Goofy. They are employees of King Mickey, who is on the search to try to save all of the worlds. Sora has the Keyblade. The Keyblade has the power to lock the hearts of the worlds to prevent the evil Heartless from getting inside and destroying the world. So Sora and the squad are both trying to save all the worlds from darkness, trying to find Sora's two missing friends, and find King Mickey. So far, we have found Riku. But Riku, seeing Sora has new friends, no longer is cool, and he is now evil, and he is hanging out with the Council of Villains, led by Maleficent. Kairi is still missing. Sora does not know where she is. Sora and company, they head through space, trying to solve their various problems, such as finding friends and saving all the worlds, when they are swallowed by the giant whale, Monstro, from the movie Pinocchio. Inside, they find Pinocchio and Geppetto, Pinocchio's father. They are trapped inside of the whale and are looking for a way out. Pinocchio runs off, trying to figure out a way out, and the squad is tasked with finding him. However, when they find him, they see that he is with Riku. Riku is trying to kidnap him because Pinocchio is a puppet, but he has a heart, and Riku thinks that's interesting and would like to study him. And Sora's like, what the hell are you talking about, my guy? That's weird. And he's like, well, Kairi doesn't have a heart, and this guy does, so, like, maybe we can learn something. And Sora's like, wait, what the hell? Kairi doesn't have a heart? And Riku's like, yeah, she doesn't. And then he runs away. A little bit later, Sora finds Riku holding Pinocchio, unconscious Pinocchio, because Pinocchio's heart, I guess, has been taken and become a Heartless. Sora and company defeat the Heartless, return Pinocchio's heart to him, and Riku disappears into the darkness. We see him on a pirate ship talking to Maleficent. And they are standing over Kairi's body. She does appear to be alive, but unconscious. And it is explained by these two that Kairi is missing her heart. And perhaps, says Maleficent, the Heartless took it. And Riku says, well, what can we do about this? Maleficent says, we need to find all the princesses of heart, of which there are 7. So far, they have 2 of the princesses. They've kidnapped Alice and Jasmine. We don't know about the other ones, but we don't know if they found them or not at this point. But they're trying to collect them all up. And once we find all of them, they will open the door to the heart of all worlds, which will, and I quote, reveal untold wisdom, which will perhaps help us find Kairi. Okay, pretty vague, said by a tall, evil-looking woman. Whatever. Riku is 14 and he is very insecure. I need to close this because I keep looking at myself. I like to look at myself to check to make sure that all of my mannerisms are correct and I look good. Where was I? My brain's not working. We'll edit this in post. And by we, I mean me. I'll edit this in post. Remember how Maleficent said, perhaps the Heartless took it? Maleficent then says, Riku, I'm going to give you the power to control the Heartless. Something ain't adding up here. I think this woman might be evil. Whatever, though. Riku is 14 and very insecure. So he's not thinking about it. He's just happy that someone is paying attention to him. We're going to do our recap on Atlantica. Even though in the stream, I'm so mad about this. I finally feel like I figured out a formula where I recap and then I stick the stickers on. But no, we don't get that. We don't get that, do we? Okay. Sora and company are continuing their quest to find Kairi, lock all of the worlds, and perhaps find King Mickey and figure out what the hell is wrong with Riku. They come across a world entirely made out of water. And Sora says, "Oh my gosh, how are we supposed to go down there? Like, it's full of water. I ain't a fish." And Donald says, "Not with that attitude, you're not." And Donald uses his magic to transform them all into fun, whimsical sea creatures. Sora is now a merman. Goofy is now a cute little sea turtle. And Donald is an octopus abomination. I don't have anything to say in addition to that. They run into Ariel, everybody's favorite mermaid, Disney mermaid. I guess there are more than one Disney mermaid. Look, I don't know who your favorite mermaid is. You might have a different favorite mermaid. We're moving on. They run into Ariel, who says, "Hey guys, what's up? Where are you from?" And they say, here. Just farther away. We're not from like a different world or anything." And she's like, "Okay. What you doing here?" And they're like, "We're looking for the keyhole." And she's like, "Oh, keyhole. I don't know where that is, but maybe my dad knows." Also, there's a lot of like bad dudes around here, so like that's weird. And they're like, "Yeah, that is weird." They're the Heartless, by the way. Okay, so they head over and they find King Triton, who's like, "Keyhole? Don't go looking for that." Which is a little suspicious. Like, it's weird that he knows what that is, because if anybody said, "Hey, do you know where the keyhole is? A big keyhole," I'd be like, "What the? No. What are you talking about?" But he's like, "Don't go looking for it." So he clearly knows something. And he says, "Don't go looking for it." Ariel says, "Well, that sign can't stop me because I can't read." So they all continue looking for it. They go to Ariel's grotto. They find like a little slot. They're like, something goes in the slot. And then they find like a little crystal to put in the slot, and they put it in the slot, and like we're like, yeah, maybe that's gonna reveal the keyhole. But King Triton shows up and destroys the crystal. Ariel runs off distraught. It's just our three main characters. King Triton. King Triton reveals that he is aware of the existence of other worlds. He says, "You all aren't from around here, are you? You're from another world. And you are breaking the Prime Directive. How could you? How could you? And with my daughter, no less. You can't tell her about this stuff. It's dangerous." And he says, and I quote, and I put this on the board because it's interesting, but I don't know if it's relevant because it's been a while since I played the games, but maybe it is. He says, "The key bearer shatters peace and brings ruin." So he has some kind of lore about the key bearers, or key bearer, because he says the key bearer. And they say, "Well, Sora's not like that. Sora's cool. Sora's trying to save the world." And he's like, "I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Get out of my house." And they're like, we're not in your house." And he's like, "You know what I mean. Stop being difficult. Leave." And they're like, "Okay." Meanwhile, Ariel's crying, and Ursula approaches her and says, "Hey, I see you're sad. I see you want to visit other worlds, and your dad's being a little bitch about it." She's like, "Yeah, my dad is being a little bitch about it." And Ursula says, "Hey, if you give me his Triton, I can show you other worlds." And Ariel's like, "Damn, that sounds cool." And so she does. The squad catches up with her just in time to see Ursula going, "Haha, I tricked you. I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to get to that keyhole, and I'm going to use the heart for something." I don't know why they want the hearts. I don't know if we'll ever know that. But they want them for power or something. Maybe they can, like, use the power of the heart to do something. I do not know. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe they already said, and I just wasn't paying attention. I'm trying my best here. There's a lot going on, and this is probably the most straightforward game in the series. So then Ursula runs off. Like, she leaves. Go find where it is. Because the keyhole is not in the throne room. And Ariel's like, "Gosh darn it, guys, I really screwed up. Can I make this right?" And they're all like, "Yeah, let's go kill Ursula. Let's go hunt her down, get the Triton back, make everything right." So they do that. They find Ursula. They beat her up a bit. But she runs off. They catch up with her again. She is now giant. And thus proceeds one of the worst mechanical fights so far in the game. It's a nightmare. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a similar fight later, but that's besides the point. It's awful. It's terrible. But because she's big and you have to like get behind her head and like whack her in the back of the head, but like it's really hard because the game was made 20 years ago and the controls work like glue. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. But this is irrelevant to the story. So fight Big Ursula. She's dead. She died. She'd be dead. The squad comes back. Triton goes, hey, like, sorry I destroyed that crystal. I didn't really want you finding the Keyblade, but now, Sora, I saw you save my daughter. So you defeat the evil Ursula. I'll I'll show you where the keyhole is. It is in Ariel's grotto. You can go ahead and lock the keyhole. And Sora's like, great. He locks it up, so the world is now safe from being destroyed. And they're all like, yay, awesome. Ariel is like, someday, somehow, I'm gonna see other worlds. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. That's a lovely thought. Nothing ever comes of it, though. Ariel never leaves Atlantica. She is always on this world. She never leaves. I wish they did more with her character, but I'm assuming Disney kind of pushed back with the IP. So, and Sora, Goofy, and Donald relinquish their forms of whimsical sea creatures and return to their normal forms and continue through the vast expanse of space. I hope that made up for the fact that I screwed up with the audio. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do the final game recap. It might be like all at once because like this is a nightmare. But that's the point. This is the least complicated game.